What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Monday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. JD, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. It's a Monday, but gosh, it's been a busy one, man. We got a lot of action going, a lot of tennis going. So yeah, man, everything's going really well. How are you?
Oh, I'm living the dream, brother. I'm living the dream. We're going backwards hat today. Little inside behind the curtain for everyone on this show. When I've had a backwards hat on, I have never, ever, ever lost a bet. Little more transparency. This is my first time wearing a backwards hat on the show, so I haven't won any either. But I haven't lost any. So, JD, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready to go. And I think that's a good way to segue right into our weekend recap. This is the only day I get this right every week because I call every day our recap the weekend recap. But today, I am correct. I'll go over my day yesterday. Yesterday, we gave out all of our plays for free. Went 5-2, hit a big plus 140 with the Phillies. Ended up having a pretty big day. So, good weekend for me. How about you?
Yeah, man, pretty good. Friday, winning day. Saturday, winning day. Sunday,
Like that.
winning day.
I like that.
So we did exactly what we said we were going to do, man. We said we were not going to have a good week. We said we were going to have a great week.
Good.
That's exactly
great,
what we did.
JD.
It ended up being gosh, I don't have it in front of me anymore. It was a 20-something unit week, though. I've won 9 out of my last 11 days for 30. Like I said, should have had this pulled up in front of me, but I don't. But it is a little over 30 units. So definitely on a nice little run here. And now we have a bunch of tennis for the next few days. I mean, matches are tons of them.
We have a question for you about tennis, actually, JD. Good timing. Stetsy Boy. What's up, Stetsy Boy? We appreciate you, brother. He's asking, why don't they air the doubles matches on television? Is that something where it's on like ESPN Plus where you can like stream whatever one you want?
I was about to say, as far as on ESPN Plus, I think they have everything. I'm not sure if they have doubles like today and tomorrow because there's so many matches being played. Like I think today and tomorrow, like there's 64 matches being played. So like I just don't know if as far as doubles
So much.
I like really don't follow that to be honest. But as far as this being through ESPN, it would definitely be on the ESPN Plus if it's going to be there. So.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. So, JD, I'm about to tweet out right now. So, I think a good way to start the show today is because, guys, I'm sure you guys saw the tweet that we put out there. We have no game scheduled for today. We're going to go over whatever games you guys want. It's a limited slate. So, J-Bo has already given us 2. Make sure, put them in here, guys. Any games you want us to talk about, we will talk about it. So, I do see Red Sox Reds as well as the Yankees Blue Jays. So, we'll definitely cover both of those games, J-Bo. Before we do, JD, little news in the NFL world today. We had a pretty big trade between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. At first, this looked like one of the most interesting, weirdest, confusing trades that we've seen in a while. The first reports were that the trade was Minka Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey straight up. That to me made no sense. But as the time went on, we did hear that the Steelers are also receiving tight end Jonnu Smith in the deal, who reunites with Arthur Smith for the third time in their careers. This will be the third time Artie Smith will have Jonnu Smith at his disposal. So I do think he's a big fan of his. That does change the dynamic a bit of this Steelers offense. JD, I'm going to tweet out that we're talking about this. So as I do, what are your initial thoughts on the trade?
When that trade first dropped, I was kind of like wondering I don't really quite understand this one, but actually then as the news broke, yes, it definitely made more sense. And as far as for the Steelers, I do like that trade. Everybody knows as far as the Steelers from last season, everybody thinks that I hate them.
You do.
I really don't. Just last year, I just thought that they were an overrated team. And I was just trying to make sure I got that point across, and I may have got that point across a little too much.
You definitely said a lot about your displeasure of the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. I will give you that.
So it's for me. This coming season, kind of going away from the trade just a little bit here, but I still think the Steelers are going to just be another. They're just going to have another average year. I really do. Now, as far as their defense, I do like their defense more. I actually will say that. Now, actually last year, that's what I was big 100%. On. It's like as far as their defense was like good. I wasn't saying it wasn't. I was just saying it was still overrated.
You were saying it wasn't a top 3 in elite defense. It was an above average defense,
Yes.
but you said it wasn't a elite defense. I definitely remember you saying that
Yes,
frequently.
definitely. But now I will say, as far as this year, their Irish defense should be really good.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about
Yeah.
Brandon's comment here? Minka is elite and the Steelers don't need Jonnu Smith, so is Minka for Ramsey really worth it? I disagree with that statement. I do think that Jonnu Smith is a massive addition. Before I let JD give his opinion on that take, let's go over Jonnu's stats from last year, guys. He had 88 receptions for 885 yards and 8 touchdowns. He was an absolute weapon in the red zone. And then you're going to give him, with Aaron Rodgers and with DK Metcalf, an offense that needed a spark, an offense that needed an injection of talent to give them some more options on the offensive side. I do think it's a good deal. I do think switching Minka for Ramsey, not a huge difference there in my opinion. Ramsey's older. I do think Minka's probably the better player right now. But adding a weapon like Jonnu Smith to this offense, I think is a pretty big deal. JD, what are your thoughts about that?
Yes. I agree completely there. Johnny Smith, I think that is an actual pretty big deal here. And as far as Rodgers goes, what they've done as far as this offense, as far as the weapons, they have them.
Yep.
As far as like Rodgers goes, it's just what kind of season are we going to get from him? Can he like play the whole thing? Is he going to get like hurt or can he actually stay out there? And just what are we going to see? Because as far as the pieces are there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still the Steelers to me, and I just have to see it. And that's just kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah, I'm with that. And when you take a look at the Steelers depth chart now, you really get a good idea of what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish, and what they're trying to make the identity of what this team is going to be. Let's take a look at this defense that the Steelers currently have. On the defensive line, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt are the 2 big names there. They have Derek Harmon. He's a lesser-known guy, but he's a pretty big, impactful player as well. Then you take a look at the linebacking core. Alex Highsmith, Star, Patrick Queen. If you don't know who Patrick Queen is, I can't help you. 2 very good linebackers. Then you add in a guy like Peyton Wilson, who's a pretty good corner coverage linebacker. I like their linebacker core. Then you take a look at their secondary. They add Jalen Ramsey to a secondary that already added Darius Slay. They had a big addition with Darius Slay, and they have Joey Porter back there. So, this Steelers defense, to me, top 5 potentially next year. I don't think that's out of the range for what they have. They have talent on all 3 levels, and I really like what they did. You take a look at the offensive side. We all know Najee Harris has left the team, but they still have Jalen Warren, who's a good receiving weapon as well. In the one thing I have questions about with this team is going to be the receiver room. I think they need to add one more. I don't want to say star receiver, but impactful receiver is the right way I'd look at it. They have DK Metcalf. Fantastic first option. But after him, It is a plethora of guys that, to me, are either too old, don't have enough talent. They have Robert Woods. Bobby Woods has been Bobby Trees has been in the league for, feels like 60 years at this point. What does he still have left? I don't think a ton. Then behind him is Calvin Austin. Not exactly the best talent there, but I do like that they will be able to run the double tight end set with Pat Freiermuth and Jonnu Smith. They even have Darnell Washington, the early round pick from last year, as one of in their tight end room as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, and I do think that the Steelers will be significantly better than what they were last year. And Joe, what are you talking about? We said TJ Watt. TJ Watt will be there. We said he will be there. He's anchoring that defensive line / outside linebacker room. So I like what they did. I think they're going to be a much improved team. JD, we're going to wrap it up. But what are your final thoughts on the trade here?
Yeah, kind of like you were saying there, as far as on the offensive side of the ball, if they could somehow get that one other piece, like it doesn't have to be a complete superstar, but somebody out there on the other side. So actually DK is like everybody's not on him, just so like everything is not focused his actual way.
Mm-hmm.
If they could figure out a way to do that, then that offense could be very good.
I agree. And I do think they will be significantly improved. Brandon is not a big fan of the Jonnu ad, it seems. I do think Freiermuth is good, but you can never have enough tight ends, bro. You can never have enough tight ends, especially receiving tight ends. And adding a guy like Jonnu, he's more than just a tight end. He is a weapon in the red zone. He is an absolute weapon. So I love when you're in the red zone, Jonnu Smith's going to be open. You're going to have DK Metcalf, who's a big, tall target. He's going to be open. So I do like the options they have. And Aaron Rodgers in the short red zone game can definitely still throw some pinpoint darts. And I do think they're going to be a significantly better team. All right. Well, we have had a couple questions, JD, on a couple games to go over today. Would you like to tap into those right away? And guys, any games you want us to go over, we will break down. So far, Jabo has requested the Reds and the Red Sox. That's a little bit of a tongue twister there. And we have the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Any other games, drop them in the comments. We are here to answer every single question you guys have. And Jabo, I'm with you, brother. I saw Scott Hansen, the Red Zone guy, post a picture yesterday. 10 Sundays until we are back. Yep, Joe, you must have seen the same post. 10 Sundays until we are back. Footy, we could talk about it quickly. I didn't watch the game. I know Bayern won because I parlayed Bayern and USA last night, so that was a nice win for me. Not a VIP play, just a bullshit $25 bet I put in to watch the game and enjoy it.
You know what? What I actually think he's talking about here is freaking Pirates, man. I tried to tell you, the Mets are not back yet. The Mets are not.
They're not. The Mets are so not back. Big weekend. What was it? 30-4. The most lopsided series in the Mets history as a baseball team was to the frickin' Pittsburgh Pirates. They lost 30-4. Cumulative over the 3-game series. Pretty bad. So congrats to Footy. Congrats to all the Pittsburgh people out there. You had a big weekend, and then you had a big NFL trade today. So big things are happening in the Pittsburgh sports world. Oh, I think we were just talking to you. Go Fast Go-Kart. I believe you were in the Discord. We were just chatting it up. If you are an Orioles fan, I believe we know who you are. Welcome to the show, bro. We haven't seen you here before. We appreciate you tuning in. All right, JD. Our first game we're going to break down today is going to be the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Boston Red Sox. Pitching for the Reds is their young, up-and-coming star pitcher, Chase Burns, who's 0-0 in the year with a 5.4 ERA. He has only made one start. It was against the Yankees. He looked great early, got touched up a little bit towards the end of the game for him, but he did have 8 strikeouts in 5 innings. He did look pretty good. On the other side for the Red Sox, they have Garrett Crochet on the bump. Crochet is 7-4 in the year with a 2.06 ERA and a 1.02 whip. Red Sox are pretty big favorites here, JD. They're coming in at a -175. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man, this one's tough. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this whole slate, like we didn't do an outline of like games today because there was no games that we really liked. It's a small slate, a bunch of games we didn't like, so we're gonna talk about them. But this is one I definitely don't have to play on because this seems like a Red Sox spot. I mean, I mean, as far as actually as far as Crochet goes, I mean, it is tough to go against him right now.
Yeah,
he's pitching so well. But this Boston team is just not playing well. The bats are not hitting here.
If you've watched this show for the last couple weeks, we have told you consistently, I don't think we could jam it down your throats any more than we have been, that the Red Sox are a fade right now. Until we find out what happens at the trade deadline, imagine being in that locker room. Imagine being in that dugout with the team that just traded Rafael Devers, the heart and soul of this team, and you know that they're basically giving up on the season with the trade that they did. I do believe we will see the Red Sox sell guys like Jarren Duran at the deadline, other pieces that they have that are maybe on expiring contracts, maybe a Trevor Story. Anyone who's played well this year who they can get a decent return on, I think they are going to be willing to move because the Red Sox are in a rebuild right now. They should build around Bregman. They should get everything together. But currently for this roster, it's a tough mental situation to be in. Back over to you, JD. Any play that you do like in this game? I know you have no official play. I have an official play, so I will get into that in a minute. But anything else you like on this game?
I mean, and then on the other side, you were talking about earlier, as far as Chase Burns, I mean, he like came out pitching great. What did he? Yeah. I know he struck out the side in the first.
I think it was first 5 of 6. I think it was 5 out of 6 batters.
I mean, yeah, dude. The guy throws heat. You know, as far as the number, I mean, I'm showing value on the Red Sox. Like, I'm showing so much value there. But just like you said, how we've been talking about for over a week now, I just can't take them. I just can't take them. And I would say, like, I would want to take a shot on the Reds here. But damn, this is not a good price, though.
Nope. Sure. I mean, I think it's right. I think it's accurate being a -175 with those implied odds. I do think, it is right. You can get the Reds at a +145. So it's not crazy, crazy on the Red Sox here. But you don't think there's any value, nothing we'd take here. And shout out Bruce. We see you tuning in, Bruce. We appreciate it. We'll talk about the Phillies game as well.
Yeah, for me, this would have to be a pass, man.
Well, JD, thankfully to our viewers, thankfully to you, I am here with an official play here. Footy likes Roman Anthony over 1.5 bases. Don't know if I love that in this game. My bet's going to be under 7.5, guys. I do think this will be a low-scoring game. I do think Burns could have a big performance here. He can really shut down this struggling Red Sox offense. And on the other side, Garrett Crochet, this is what he does. He is great at shutting down opposing offenses this year. He has a 2.06 ERA, a 1.02 whip. In 109 innings, he has 135 strikeouts and has only allowed 9 homers. 9 homers in 110 innings is very, very good. He does keep the ball in the park. I do think we will see that in this game. And the weather isn't super, super hot tonight. First pitch looks like it's going to be about in between 78 and 82 degrees. So the ball won't travel as much as it does if it was a little bit warmer out. I think under 7.5 is definitely a good play here, and it is an official VIP play for me. JD, thoughts on the under? And we will definitely talk about the Orioles game as well. We got you, bro.
What was do you have the first 5 there?
I could pull it up. Let me see here. As I'm pulling it up, any props you like in this game? I mean, I think it's an under game, so it's not really a big prop spot for me. For first 5, the money line, you can get the Red Sox at a minus 200. The run line is a minus 0.5 at minus 140 for the Red Sox. Don't hate the Reds at a plus 0.5 at plus 110. That might be interesting. What do you think about the F5 lines?
I like that, but actually, what is the total?
The total, 1 second here. 3.5. Under is at plus 115.
I was about to say, like, if I was about to say, like, I would like to go under 4. Under 3.5 thing is pushing it. I mean, the value, I guess, is technically there. But I would like to have that 4.
Yeah, I would too.
There would also be a pass.
You know what's funny? Someone just sent me a picture. Let me see if I can zoom in on this, and I can hold my phone up, and it'll show. DraftKings has featured players to watch in the Red Sox game tonight. Let's see if you can see this here. It is Tristan Casas out for the year, Alex Bregman, who's out, and Rafael Devers, who was on the San Francisco Giants. So interesting that those are the players that they were hyping up tonight. Very, very interesting there. We have one question here from Jimmy. Crochet at 5.5 strikeouts. Do we like that? Is that his total?
That can't.
That can't be his total.
That can't be his total.
Hold on. Player strikeouts. Crochet's total is 8.5 tonight. 8.5, not 5.5. I like 5.5. I definitely, if you could find that anywhere, unload on that. But it is at 8.5, and it is juiced on the over. So it's juiced on the under. I apologize. It's plus money on the over. So if you think he can get to 9Ks, which I don't mind that for a plus money play, it's worth a shot. One interesting thing to note here is Garrett Crochet has not won at home this year. He is 0-3, but he has pitched to a 2.1 ERA. So what does that tell you? He doesn't give up runs at home, and they lose 2-0 games. If he has a 2.1 ERA and he's 0-3 on the year. And then you take a look at his 3 most recent games. All of them ended significantly under today's total. 3-2 that ended in 10 innings last game. 3-1 game before. 2-1 game before. So most of the games where he starts do tend to go under. The last outing he had against the Angels, he went 7 innings and put up 10 strikeouts. So if you do like his over 8.5, I don't mind that. I think it definitely could go over that 8.5 number. Burns is at 5.5/6.5. Let's pull that up here. I like that a lot because the Red Sox have some dudes that could definitely strike out. He's at 6.5 at plus 130, so you do need him to get to 7. I like it a little bit better at 5.5, to be honest with you. But I don't mind it. Both of those I think could be worth a shot because they are both plus money. Neither of them I would officially be playing, though. JD, thoughts?
Man, these games are priced so well. There's the problem with actually today's slate. Today is just a really small slate, guys, and I just think a lot of these games are priced well. I actually do have one play, guys, and it's going to be on a game that I'm sure that we actually will touch at some point here. But gosh, yeah, for this game, I think we're really trying hard to find a play, and I think everything is just.
Well, I don't think I am. By the way, I like the under. I do like the under, but in terms of props, this isn't something I'd probably target on games that I like. Unders, not a big prop guy, and I'm not a big strikeout prop guy, so I do like those, but not something that I would personally play. All right, JD, I'm tweeting out the next game that we're doing here, which is going to be the New York Yankees taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. And this one hurts me because, as you know, the Blue Jays have been my team this year. They've continued to win for me, but they're actually going up against my actual team in the New York Yankees. So let's break this game down, guys. Pitching for the Yankees is Carlos Rodon. Someone put it in the comments earlier, but Vladdy Jr. absolutely destroys him. So keep that in the back of your mind. Vladdy Jr. destroys Carlos Rodon. But Rodon has had a very good year for himself. He is 9-5 on the year with a 2.9 ERA. In 100 innings of work, he has 119 strikeouts, only has allowed 34 walks and 13 homers. On the other side, Mad Max, the ageless wonder, or maybe age is starting to catch up with him. Injured to start the year, making his way back, and in his first start, he really did not have a good outing. This year, I think it's actually been 2 starts this year, but so far this year, he's 0-0 with a 5.65 ERA, a 1.5 whip. In 8 innings of work, he's allowed 9 hits, 3 walks, and 2 homers. 2 homers in 8 innings is really bad, if you were wondering. Really, really bad. I know it's only in a limited sample size, but JD, is Max cooked? Like, really, before we get into this game, is Max cooked? I mean, how old is he now? He's got to be 40. Yeah. He is turning 41 in less than a month. Okay. 41, coming in off major injuries. What are your thoughts about him? Do you think he's cooked? What are we doing?
You know, as far as what we've seen so far, I mean, we haven't seen much.
No problem, Jimmy.
You know, gotta say yes. I mean, and actually, his first start back last time, his stuff just didn't have it. It just wasn't moving the same. It didn't have the same break,
and he didn't have any of his accuracy. He was so wild.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, that was just that first start back. It was versus against the Guardians though, and we all know how much this Guardians offense, how much I think they suck.
Love them.
So you know, the fact that they were able to actually get to him is not a good sign. Josh Knight going against this Yankees lineup. You know, so I think I would just need a few more starts before I would say he's actually cooked. You know, but it seems like he's going actually that way though.
I mean, I'll say it. I think he's cooked. He's been cooked for a couple years. I mean, let's be honest. Was he good on the Mets? No. Well, then he got a big trade to go chase a World Series ring with the Rangers. Got hurt like first start. Wasn't able to even pitch in the playoffs. I think he got the ring. I think he was on the team that did win, but he wasn't even able to be an asset for that team. Then he comes back, goes to a new team, gets hurt again, comes back, and now is getting shelled. He's going to be 41 years old. Your body doesn't recover like it did in your mid-30s when you hit your 40s. You just don't. And, JD, the question I have for you, before I give out my play on this game, are the Yankees back? Did you see enough against Luis Severino yesterday, former Yankee, who they absolutely took out back the woodshed and whipped his ass? Which, by the way, nothing was funnier than seeing Luis Severino's interview about why he has a 400 ERA this year. And he said, well, I've been pitching in Sacramento. There's no fans ever there. It's a minor league stadium. The ball travels. So, we can't keep the ball in the park. We're not able to really do anything out there. Well, then why'd you give up 9 runs to the Yankees in 3 innings yesterday in Yankee Stadium? That math ain't mathin'. You're still getting hit pretty hard. So I did have to say I did find that entertaining as a Yankees fan. But JD, are the Yankees back?
I mean, that does show something because, I mean, like, him on the road has actually been really good.
Yeah.
That was his worst start, like, by far.
Yep.
So, I mean, like, are they completely back? I'm not sure, but they're definitely on their way. Definitely on their way. I mean, as far as tonight goes, as far as their matchup, they should do well unless Max just all of a sudden just, like, has it, which it doesn't seem like he's going to actually do.
Yeah.
Then you have Rodon going. I mean, like, and we've talked about it. He's been pitching extremely well.
Yep.
And his last start, that was at the Reds, and that is a tough ballpark.
Yep.
And actually, he went 6 innings and gave up no runs.
He was fantastic. So,
that for me, especially in that ballpark, there shows a lot there. What is this line at now, man?
Minus 145 for the Yanks.
Why is it only minus 145?
Because the Blue Jays have been red hot. The Yankees have been not red hot. Blue Jays are winners of 3 of their last 5. They're coming in off a 2 out of 3 win over the Red Sox. They had a very nice series against the Guardians before. The Yankees have blown their entire lead in the American League East. They now are 1 game up on the Tampa Bay Rays when they had about a 7-game lead just a few weeks ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. Even Toronto is now only 3 games back of the Yankees. So the Blue Jays have been playing some great baseball. They're also 25-16 at home this year. So they've been one of the better home teams in baseball, while the Yankees are only 22-18 on the road. So I do think it might be priced, pretty accurately, coming in at the minus 145, but it's a little juicy. What are your thoughts on the line?
I don't know. I actually didn't I stayed away from this game because I thought the line was kind of weird. I thought the line was short. But in a way, this is one of those games where we talk about a lot, where the Blue Jays, man, I just have trouble with this Blue Jays team.
God, I love this Blue Jays. I hate how much I love this Blue Jays team this year.
And I mean, yeah, they've been winning, but also some of the pitching that they've been facing has been dog shit.
Yep. Oh, I love you using the dog shit terminology. Let's go, JD. I'm rubbing off on you a little bit.
So that only says so much to me. I mean, this is definitely a Yankees or either pass. I need to look it up. I need to look up their bullpens. The Yankees should have the edge in the bullpen, though. I need to look and see who they used the past couple of days, but they should have the edge. So I think I would go full game here.
So here is the bullpen list of the guys the Yankees used yesterday, and thankfully they really did not use much. They used JT Brubaker, who has an 11 ERA on the year, not exactly ideal. They also got 5 innings out of Marcus Stroman, which was an absolute shock. That guy's garbage, but had a very nice start yesterday. Then they used Johnny Loizaga, hasn't been great this year, 4.5 ERA. They used Tim Hill, but he only went 10 pitches, so I think he's still good to go. Then they used Ian Hamilton, who has been just dreadful this year in his 4 ERA. And then the Weave got the save, but he only went 10 pitches. So I do believe they have Devin Williams is absolutely ready to go for tonight. And I do think Luke Weaver can still go with only going 10 pitches last night. So they do have a lot of their high leverage guys who will be available tonight.
Yeah, I'll go full game. You know what? This is one that I might actually add on here. Yeah. Maybe even a Yankees, maybe make a -1 line and maybe get that juice down some.
I don't mind it. But my official play is the Yanks, guys. We saw it yesterday. The bats came to life. Aaron Judge finally didn't strike out 5 times in a game. He actually hit 2 homers. Anthony Volpe, God knows he needed to get a couple hits. He sprayed a couple the opposite way, had a couple big hits as well. And a lot of guys in the Yankees lineup really got going. Cody Bellinger hit a nuke. The team just looked good. It wasn't like one player stepped up yesterday and got all the runs for the Yankees. The entire lineup played well. They had a very good game. And all those guys seeing a couple base hits, I do think will help them. Give me the Yanks in the money line, -145. I do think they will have a big performance here. All right, we've had a couple people post.
Wow.
What happened?
My man Carlos is going 5 sets now.
Wow.
First round.
Really? Whew. Keep us posted what's going on out there.
I'm telling you what, man. Today, actually, usually the first round's a little nuts, but today so far, there has been some interesting ones.
Yeah.
And actually, this is one of them. Because actually, as far as actually Carlos, man, as far as his draw, it was a cakewalk, man. It really was
you would think, right?
Yeah, and so now in the first round, I'm having to go to a 5th set here. This is definitely interesting. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, so maybe we'll be able to catch the end of it when the show ends. We'll see. We still have a little bit of time. We still have games we want to go over, so we don't really care. Keep us updated what's going on, guys. We care about the match. We don't care about missing it to hang out with you guys and chop it up for some baseball. The next game, we've had a couple of requests on. JD is going to be the San Diego Padres taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Pitching in this game is Mark Waldron, making his season debut. He's pitching for the Padres. No stats this year, so nothing to really go off of this year. Hasn't made a ton of starts in his career. He's made 32 starts in his career. An average pitcher, not great, not bad. He's been in the minors most of his career, so he's been called up. He will be starting against Zach Wheeler. The Phillies have a dog on the bump tonight with Zach Wheeler. Wheeler is 7-3 on the year with a 2.45 ERA. Even more impressive than his ERA is his 0.92 WHIP. Phenomenal WHIP numbers there. In 99 innings, he's accumulated 126 strikeouts and has only given up 10 homers. He keeps the ball in the park. JD, Phillies, man. They were mispriced against the Braves all series long. I know you and I were texting about it. We talked about it on the show on Friday. The lines made no sense. You were able to get the Phillies at a +150 on Friday night. We cashed that with a big win. They won 13-0. 13-0, and they were a +145. Then yesterday, another +140. They were able to win the game yet again. The Phillies bats are starting to look a little bit better, but they still really have struggled over the last couple weeks. Anything you like in this game? And I do have an official play that I do like in this game. So I'll kick it over to you first. What you got?
Um, with actually Waldron here, I don't really know what we're gonna get. Um, there makes this tough. I would still want to go Philly's first five, but I see that we're pretty much priced out of that.
We are.
To even lay a half run, you're still looking at like minus 150 or so. So I'm not going to do that. Um, let me see here. Is that right for the Wheeler K prop? Is it 6+?
Let me pull it up here. Wheeler K's 6.5 plus 120. Need to get to 7. Not bad.
At plus 120, you said?
Plus 120, yes, sir.
Look at something really quick here. I mean, yeah. There's, I mean, for him there's low. I mean, that's why I'm the like price on that. I'm really surprised there. I mean, because versus the Astros, he actually struck out 8. Versus the Mets, he struck out 8. During the as far as the Blue Jays, he actually struck out 9 there. I know as far as the Padres that they don't actually like you usually actually strike out as much as any of those teams, but still at 6.5 at that plus 120. I think that's my favorite play though.
I don't mind it. And JD, by the way, I did just throw. I know you need to see this Alcaraz match. So I threw it on behind me. Maybe people could see it. I don't know. Don't ban us, YouTube. Don't ban us. We're not doing anything, but we have the match on behind us, so you can kind of see score updates and all that. I'll go into this one next, and I have a question for you on what you think I should take here. So I'm taking the under 9 in this game at minus 120. It's juiced on the under. I like that a lot. I've been debating what am I going to take. I want to back Wheeler in some way. I want to back that the Phillies bats have not been great over the last couple of weeks, and I do like the under 9, but I was also debating if I was going to take the Padres team total, but I just think it's too low. The Padres team total is 3.5, and I think I like having the extra room to get all the way up to 9 here. I like that it's not an 8.5. I like that it's at a full 9, so we do have that push potential. What do you think about that? Because right now, the official play I'm going to be sending out is going to be the under 9. Being fully transparent, I had a dentist this morning. I haven't sent my plays out yet. So I still can make the decision on what plays I want to send out. There's no games for another first games in 6 hours, so we have plenty of time. So I have not sent it out yet, but I am leaning, and a little more than leaning. I'm like 98% sure I'm going to take the under 9. What do you got?
It's just surprising that the total is that high, to be honest. But I think I would like the first 5 under more. You can get first 5 under 4.5. It looks like an even money currently. And I think that I would prefer that. Just as far as the bullpens, just kind of stay away from actually that.
Oh my God! Yeah. By the way, the first 5 run line is minus 1.5. It's not even minus point. It's minus a full 1.5. That's wild.
I mean, all the numbers are saying that the Phillies are going to get a bunch of runs. Like that's what all this says.
Yep.
But just like you said, the Phillies bats.
I don't believe it.
They haven't been actually doing much whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So no, yeah, I definitely like the over here. I think I like that Wheeler K prop a little bit more though.
There we go. You mean you like the under, not the over? Well, you could like the over, but I'm on the under.
Like the under on the game. I like the over on the Wheeler K prop.
There we go. I like that. Let's have both of those cash, and we will have a very, very big night. All right. We still have to go over the Orioles game as well. We got you. Go fast. We will pull that up right here. And JD, let me dive into the pitching matchup here. Pitching for the Orioles is Trevor Rogers. His numbers are fantastic, but he's only pitched in a limited sample size. He has only pitched in 16 innings this year. He's 1-0 with a 1.62 ERA and a 0.78 whip. In 16 innings of work, he's allowed 10 hits, accumulated 13 strikeouts, only allowed 3 walks, and 0 homers. On the other side, we have JD's favorite pitcher on earth. I do kid about that. It is Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin's 4-7 with a 4.25 ERA and a 1.25 whip. His numbers aren't that bad. We have a battle of who is going to do better in this specific spot. The Rangers are 24-18 at home this year, while the Orioles are 17-25 on the road. I mean, the Orioles, they're about par at home, so they're 8 games under 500 on the road, and they are 11 games under 500 on the year. So they're close to holding serve at home, but they do significantly worse on the road. The Rangers are 41-43 on the year, 2 games below 500, but they are 6 games above 500 at home. A significantly better home team than they are a road team. All that being said, JD, We're taking the Rangers, right? What do you got?
This is one that I was actually close on. Um, I mean, as far as it's actually like as far as Corbin's goes, past few starts, he has started to look back like his old self. He has not been looking very good here. Um, and as far as the Orioles, it seems like this actually weekend versus the Rays seems like they kind of came back to life. So, especially those bats. Bats definitely.
Yeah. I mean, they had a 30-run fucking game on Friday night, which we don't need to talk about because we don't need to talk about that at all. Because I know both of us were on the Rays and they had a fucking 6-0 lead in that game and they fucked it up. Yeah, Pepio got taken out in 30. Talk about something else. Yeah. I will go nuts.
Yeah, that one was rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just as far as the Orioles, it's hard for me to trust them. They're almost back to the point where I think I almost can. And in this spot, there's where I was wanting to actually go here. Just because, like I said, their bats, they have started to actually show something here. Corbin, like I said, he has not looked good his past couple starts. And then as far as the bullpens here, the O's actually have a big edge here. And that's what we were shot at. I believe that me and you were talking about that last Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
And as far as the O's, as far as their bullpen has actually been really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rangers right now, they're not. And the Rangers bullpen is pretty used up currently also. So in this particular spot, this would be a O's or either pass. I have just decided to pass as of now.
As of now, I have no action. I lean the Rangers in this spot, to be honest with you. The line, I kind of feel like tells you everything you need to know. And this Orioles team just hasn't shown me anything as a road team this year. I know they just came in off a big series, but they were hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. They were not on the road. These two teams just saw each other, which is very interesting. The 25th was the last two times these teams have seen each other, and the Rangers really dominated that series. That was in Baltimore as well. Let's pull up the full stats there. Give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, it was 2-1 that the Rangers won the series. The last game, Baltimore did get hit pretty hard. They lost 7-0 here. Rogers did pitch in this series, and so did Corbin. Tonight's game is a rematch of June 23rd. We already saw this, and the Orioles did win that game 6-0. That makes me want to bet the Rangers even more. I know both teams just saw each other, but I do think the Rangers will have a much better performance against Rogers in this spot. Rogers isn't a guy I loved. It's Trevor Rogers. I might have said Taylor earlier. They are brothers. It's Trevor who's pitching. And, he's looked good this year. We already went through it. Limited sample size. But he's not a guy I would like to have, I would say, big hopes for in this spot. Let me ask you in the chat. Go Fast, Go Kart 99. What are your thoughts about Rogers? JD, I'm going to kick it back over to you. Anything else you like on this game? And Go Fast, Go Kart. What do you think about Rogers?
No. For me, this is just a pass, man.
Any other games you want to break down today? We put it in the chat. Any other games that people want us to go on? Looks like we covered kind of the main ones that people want. There's not a lot of close lines. I mean, the only other games that we covered that actually have like a line under -150 are going to be the Fighting Footy Chancellors. We have the Cardinals taking on the Pirates.
Let's actually break down that one.
Let's break it down. Let me pull this one up. We'll do the Cards and the Pirates. Shout out Footy Chancellor. Big win with Byron Munich. He must be in a good mood today. Footy, you in a good mood? You still out there? Or you at the nail salon or something? Let us know. Pitching for the Cardinals, Eric Fetty. Fetty is 3-7 on the year with a 4.1 ERA. On the other side, the Heen Dog, Andrew Heaney, 3-7 on the year, 4.48 ERA. These guys have weirdly similar numbers. But I vaguely remember Heaney having a much better start to the year. He got shelled in his last couple starts. Oh!
He has.
Oh! The Heen Dog's given up 7 earned runs in back-to-back starts. Not good. Not good. JD, thoughts on this game?
Yeah, man, this is one where I actually do have a play on. I'm on the over here, the over 8.5. Let me see if that's still out there because it was moving up. Let me see here. You can still get an 8.5 at FanDuel. And
someone just DM'd me and said, "Go fuck yourself. Orioles are winning by 90." Okay, well there you go. There we go.
Go O's.
Go O's. I hope you win.
Yeah, man. That as well. Like I didn't want to give this out, like actually as a play on the show, just because the number has moved now. But to still break it down, though, yes, both of these pitchers, they're not pitching their very best currently. They're in spots where I would normally think, okay, like this actually could be a natural bounce back spot. But both of these offenses right now are actually hitting extremely well.
Yeah.
And like they're just both hot. So
which is fucking crazy. We're talking about the Pittsburgh fucking Pirates here. And the St. Louis Cardinals, who sold everyone in the offseason. They couldn't get a suitor to take Nolan Arenado. They wanted to blow the whole thing up. And they've outperformed what I think anyone has said. And their bats have been good. Had to get that in there, JD.
Yeah, for sure. So that's why for me, man, this actually was an overplay. With it being up to 9 now, the same edge really isn't there because having to get to 9 runs compared to 10 runs, though, there's a big deal. Mm-hmm. So if you want to play this over with me, I would try to play it live, because you can probably get that after the top of the first, as long as they don't score. So there's how I would go about this one here. But yeah, this was out of this slate. This was the strongest play that I had.
Very cool. Well, I will let everyone else know right now. I do not have action on this game. These are both pitchers I don't like to back. I guess I have to start paying more attention to the Pirates because you've probably been able to make a lot of money on them recently. So maybe I'll have to start diving more deeply into this team. But as of now, no action on this game from me. All right, JD. I think it's about time we do that thing that we do and go over our best bets for today, Monday, June 30th. And as always, guys, our best bets are powered and sponsored by Player Profit. If you guys don't know what Player Profit is, it's a very unique opportunity where you can take one of their challenges for a low entry point, a low dollar amount to get into one of their challenges. You beat their challenge, get through 2 levels of the challenge, and you get funded to use their money, gamble with their money, and get a portion of the returns. JD, what is better than gambling with someone else's money and getting to keep a portion of the returns? I'll answer that for you. I don't really know much that is better than that. JD, let's go over the new challenge we are doing for everyone. So we've been requested to do a 5K challenge. So guys, this is your opportunity. If you want to ride with us, if you want to do this challenge with us, we are going to be giving our best bets every day for this 5K challenge. You guys could also sign up for the 5K challenge. If you trust us and want to ride with us and do the challenge with us, you can mirror our picks. You can do exactly what we're doing, and we will all get funded together. So make sure you guys use promo code MBM, get into Player Profit. You also get 10% off by using promo code MBM, and you can tail us from start to finish. That's why we're doing this today, doing a brand new one, because we've been requested by the viewers that they want to tail us and do an entire challenge with us. So we are starting today with this 5K challenge. JD, throwing it to you.
Yep, this is a brand new challenge. We'll go back to the dashboard here. You see everything, $5,000. Everything's zeroed out here. The number of picks, you have to make at least 20 picks. The profit target is $1,000, and as soon as you make 1,000, then you can go on to the next phase. Your maximum daily loss, as you can see, you can only lose 500, and then the maximum loss overall is you can only go down 750. So today we're going to make those first picks. Let's go over here to baseball, because I know that's where we're going to be. Alpha, what do you want your pick to be today?
I'm in between 2. What's the price they have on the Yankee game?
Minus 145.
Minus 145. What's the price they have on the under in the Phillies? I know you probably have it on the screen. I'm just not looking. Oh, they have 8.5. Don't want it. Give me the Yankees. Yeah, 9 is elsewhere, so I'd rather take the minus 145 on the New York Yankees.
We'll risk 200 there.
Okay.
That one, and then, guys, I'm not joking. I really only like this one play. Let me see what their alt total is here. Golden Knight. As y'all can see, they have literally
everything
thing you could think of.
Yeah.
Total runs. It's juicy, man, but I'm going to take it. Give me the over 8.5 minus 130. We'll throw 200 on that one also.
This Faginini dude just fell fucking over. Like, just tipped over. Not good.
Yeah, guys, that's actually like as far as an actual baseball total goes, that's more juice than I would normally lay. But this is just a weird day, and I literally don't like anything else. So yeah, you can see there. My best bet today is gonna be that Pirates Cardinals over 8.5, risking 200 there, and then Alpha's gonna go with those Yankees on the money line, and we're also gonna risk 200 there. And,
Bro, Medvedev lost?
yes, Medvedev also.
Bro, you
lost.
can't let me start watching this now. I won't even be able to pay attention to the rest of the show,
Well,
bro.
Also, guys, we're doing this one more time. If you want to to actually start this 5K account with us, if you sign up for one using our code MBM, you'll get a month free of VIP. So it's a great deal there. And then, of course, if you buy a larger size account, then you get even more time free. So,
and I'm also adding mine in there as well. As you guys know, if you're in the MBM Discord, my VIP is not through the MBM Discord. But if you guys sign up for this promotion and join Player Profit, not only will you get the MBM plays, you will also get my plays as well. So it's a 2-for-1 banger right there.
There you all go.
Did he really? It was 40 love, triple break for Fagini, and he just now deuce. Alcaraz already broke him the set, had a chance to re-break, and he just fucked it.
My break point, I guess, luck today, or actually just like conversions is like crazy.
Alcaraz, it's Alcaraz ad, he gets this. The match, no even point of watching this. Yep, game over. You don't need match over. You don't even need to watch it anymore. Who's hurt? Fagini? Yeah, I haven't really been able to see it, bro. Just kind of like, corner of my eye here. But that would make sense because he fell on that play. He looked really bad. Yeah, looked really, really bad. All right. Well, JD, it's been I love this, David. I got to put this up there.
Appreciate
it. You don't have to compliment backwards hat dog for the first time in history, but don't even worry about it, David. I'll just go fuck myself. All right. Well, JD, it's been a blast. This was our first show, guys, testing out doing it this way where we didn't have kind of a set schedule. We wanted to ask you guys all the games. We know there's specific games you guys want us to cover. So 1,500 of you were here. You guys must have enjoyed it because that's a good number for us. So we do really appreciate it. Whatever feedback you guys have, we do this for you guys. That's why we are here. So that's why we want to do the games you guys want us to do. We want to cover the topics you guys want us to cover because this show's for you. So we appreciate that. Go Fast Go Kart says he likes it more. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Of course, I got a spam call, and you know what happens to this when a call comes through. So there we go. We're back. All right, fellas. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. JD, get us the fuck out of here.
Guys, tennis, as y'all can tell, there's a ton of it going on. There's going to be a ton of it going on all week. You can get half off of that. If you're on Twitter, the promo code is on there. You can see it. If you're on YouTube, the promo code is right down there. Make sure to take advantage of it. And yeah, guys, let's run it back and not have a good week. Let's have another great week.
So we're going from good to great. We did this last week and it worked well for us. We're riding the high. We're doing it again.
We did. So, and to be able to do that, we have to fucking win.
Yeah, we do. That we do.
So let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win, JD. We'll be back, guys, tomorrow. Same time, same place. We appreciate every single one of you, except for footy. Peace, guys.